Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arsenal hit problem in Bernd Leno transfer as Benfica refused to meet asking price. Benfica are interested in signing Bernd Leno from Arsenal this summer, but the deal may have hit a stumbling block with the Portuguese side reluctant to pay the Gunners' asking price. The 30-year-old has 1 year left on his current Arsenal contract and will be allowed to leave the club in search of regular first-team football. Leno made just 4 Premier League appearances last term and only one since September, keeping a clean sheet in a 1-0 win over Aston Villa. This is mainly due to the excellent form of Aaron Ramsdale, who has cemented himself as the Gunners' new number one after a number of consistent performances between the sticks. With USA goalkeeper Matt Turner also arriving from New England Revolution, Leno is surplus to requirements at the Gunners and is set to depart in the summer. According to The Sun, Benfica is a possible destination, but the two parties have been unable to agree a fee. Arsenal's valuation of Leno is around £8.5 million, almost a third less than what they paid for him back in 2018 when he joined from Bayer Leverkusen. However, Benfica are reportedly unwilling to splash out that amount of money on the German international. They are hoping to sign Leno for a cheaper price given his age and lack of minutes last term. It's understood Leno wants to move on as he tries to get back into the Germany squad ahead of the World Cup, but he hasn't been called up by his country since November last year. Leno has played just 9 times for his country, with Manuel Neuer often picked ahead of him. Serie A sides fans protest over failed transfer negotiations with Arsenal. Fiorentina fans have shown their dismay at reports claiming that they are ready to reject their option to buy Lucas Torreira from Arsenal this summer. The midfielder spent the season on loan in Florence, earning himself a first-team role with a string of fine performances, and it had seemed inevitable that they would take up their option to buy. The fans had even voted Torreira as their player of the month 3 times since the turn of the year, with the reports that the club are unwilling to meet his lowly €15 million option. A banner has now been displayed by the fans reading Torreira to Fiorentina, Baron to Arsenal, Milan in news reports. The club is claimed to have until tomorrow to trigger their buy option in order to seal the transfer at the pre-agreed price, but the club are claimed to be unwilling to negotiate, claiming that they don't believe the fee is fair. The pre-agreed price is actually a steal. You would be very lucky to land a player as talented as Lucas for that price, and one who's already settled into your squad seems crazy to turn down. Jack Wilshere set to returns to Arsenal. Jack Wilshere has once again returned to Arsenal after leaving Danish Super League side. The midfielder helped them to avoid relegation, but the manager who brought him to the club was sacked. His contract expires in the summer, and though he's hoping he will extend his Scandinavian adventure, he has returned to the Gunners to work on his coaching badges. There have been no conversation about it, Wilshere said, but in the last few days I may have thought about it, but we still have not had a conversation about it, so to be honest, I do not know. It will depend on the new coach and what he wants. I want to stay because I like the place, Wilshere on his situation. Newcastle prepare bid to beat Arsenal on signing Aaron Hickey. Newcastle are claimed to be ready to try their hand at signing Aaron Hickey from Bologna, a player Arsenal are claimed to have bid for also. The fullback has enjoyed a big season in Serie A, putting his first campaign in Italy behind him after finding very little first-team football initially, and his performances haven't gone unnoticed either. Hiki showed courage in agreeing to leave the SPL shortly after his 18th birthday, and his game appears to have come on leaps and bounds this term. He could well be on the way to the Premier League this summer. However, with all of Brentford, West Ham, Arsenal and Newcastle now linked with his signature, with HITC citing La Gazzetta and claiming that the two are now ready to make their move. He previously earned huge praise from the former boss Daniel Stendel, who not only claimed he was like Philip Lahm, but also opened it up on the immense talent that he possessed. I hope we are serious about our interest in the young fullback, as I believe he really is a true talent. Judging by the amount of minutes that Nuno Tavares and Cedric Soares picked up this term, it should be easy to guarantee Hiki a fair amount of action, with him able to fill in both sides of the back line and with the added minutes of European football also to contend with this term. Arsenal on red alert as Fabian Ruiz makes contract decision and rules out Newcastle move. Arsenal may have been handed a major boost regarding their interest in negotiation a move for Fabian Ruiz, who has rejected the offer of a new and improved contract at Napoli, according to reports. The Gunners are believed to be in the hunt to land a new central midfield ahead of next season and have been credited with a long-standing interest in Ruiz but have failed to launch a concrete move for his services as of yet. Ruiz has registered 38 appearances for Napoli in all competitions over the course of this season, chipping in with 7 goals and 5 assists in the process. He looks set to leave the Italian heavyweights in the not too distant future, though after turning down the offer of an extension with his current employers, according to GIFN. Napoli are said to be worried about the prospect of losing Ruiz this summer, with his current deal set to expire in around a year's time. It seems as though Arsenal could soon emerge as the front-runners in the race to secure his signature, given their heavy interest in bringing him to the Emirates Stadium in order to reinforce their ranks in the middle of the park. Newcastle United have also been credited with a desire to land Ruiz, who joined Napoli from Real Betis in the summer of 2018 for a transfer fee in the region of £27 million. However, the midfielder reportedly has no interest in signing for the Magpies, which suggested that Arsenal will be the only Premier League side in the frame to snap him up over the coming weeks and months. The Gunners could face plenty of competition from abroad, though, with Real Madrid and Barcelona having been weighing up the idea of launching potential moves for Ruiz over the course of this season. Arsenal are leading the race to sign a French midfielder. Arsenal are leading the race to sign Lyon midfielder Houssam Aouar, with multiple European clubs also interested. Arsenal have been long-term admirers of Aouar, whose contract expires next summer. The French club may be inclined to sell Aouar this summer to avoid losing him on a free transfer. According to RMC Sport via The Sun, Arsenal are leading the race to sign Aouar alongside Real Betis, Real Sociedad and Liverpool. The report claims that the club and Aouar have hit a standstill in the contract negotiations and Lyon could sell the Frenchman this summer. Aouar has played a host of positions during his time at Lyon, including left midfield, centre midfield and attacking midfield. With Arsenal in the Europa League next season, Mikel Arteta is going to need increased squad depth going into the summer. Aouar's versatility will allow him to provide adequate cover in multiple positions. Arsenal may be able to sign Aouar at a bargain price, with his deal expiring next season. Lyon will be keen to sell if they are unable to advance in their contract negotiations, and Arsenal may be able to secure the signature of a player they have been keeping tabs on for some time now. Tottenham and Arsenal set for bidding war for Leicester star. It's nearly 100% likely that Arsenal are desperately in need of another midfielder or two, despite the fact that Mikel Arteta has handed a contract extension to our Mr. Reliable Mohamed El-Neni. One of the most mentioned midfield target that has been linked with Arsenal is the Leicester star Youri Tielemans, who is now entering the last year of his contract at the Walkers Stadium and should be available for a reasonable fee, quoted as being around £25 million according to Sport Review. But now, ESPN are reporting that Antonio Conte has been given a £150 million cash injection from the Tottenham hierarchy, and the Italian is interested in bringing in 6 players to give Spurs a chance of playing at the highest level next season. The bad news for Arsenal is that the report says that one of those targets is Tielemans, and with Tottenham beating the Gunners to the last Champions League place at the end of the season, it may give Conte's team the advantage for his signature. But neither side would want to get into a bidding war, which could increase his transfer fee, as with the similar budgets and a similar amount of players needed to come in, Conte and Arteta will both wanting to be prudent with their funds. Romano says Bayern have made final contract offer to Serge Gnabry. Fabrizio Romano has told Court Offside that Bayern München have made their final contract offer to Arsenal target Serge Gnabry in the last few days, with the Bavarian Giants not prepared to improve the terms on offer any further. Gnabry returning to the Emirates in the future has emerged as a possibility. Reports last week claimed that the forward could see himself rejoining the Gunners. The Germany international is out of contract next summer, and Arsenal want him. However, with Mikel Arteta's side missing out on securing a return to the Champions League, a deal this window is not realistic. Instead, journalist Christian Falk suggested that he's more likely to return next year when he's a free agent. but Bayern are not ready to throw in the towel just yet. Romano has suggested that Gnabry has now been offered a deal worth around £164,000 a week. It's, however, not a contract the Bundesliga side are willing to improve further. Since October, Bayern have been in negotiations for the extension of their contract and have made a new proposal of around €10 million net per season in recent days. Gnabry has not yet accepted, and Bayern have no plans to go beyond this figure, Fabrizio told Cult Offside. To date, there is no offer from Arsenal, but certainly Gnabry could be a top name on the market, he added. Arsenal are in a tricky position. Obviously, if Bayern cannot agree a deal with Gnabry, they may have to consider letting him go in this window to ensure that they receive a fee. That would put plenty of sides on alert. Reports have even suggested that Tottenham want the 26-year-old. Arsenal would potentially be at a disadvantage against some due to not having Champions League football, but they will not want to miss out. Gnabry is a world-class player, and there is likely to be only one opportunity to sign him at the peak of his powers, whether that be this year or next. If an exit becomes likely in this window, Arsenal have to weigh up whether they are prepared to break the bank to do all they can to get him back. Arsenal star Gabriel reveals the dressing room joke with Gabriel Jesus amid the transfer talks. Gabriel Magalhaes has revealed he jokes around with Gabriel Jesus in the Brazil dressing room about his transfer links with Arsenal. The Manchester City striker has been linked with a move to the Emirates after Erling Haaland arrived at the Etihad from Borussia Dortmund. The Gunners have been in contact with Pep Guardiola's side over a potential deal for the Brazilian, with City slapping a £55 million price tag on the striker, according to ESPN. Jesus is a player that Mikel Arteta is a huge admirer of following their spell working together at the Etihad. Jesus is keen on a switch to the Emirates, as his agent Marcelo Pettinati confirmed that he likes the Spaniard's project. Arsenal already have a Brazilian presence in the dressing room, with both Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Martinelli featuring regularly under Arteta. Gabriel is sharing a dressing room with Jesus and Martinelli this week as he prepares to make his international debut in Tite's side, and the centre-half spoke about Arsenal's chase for Jesus, revealing he has joked about the rumours with his compatriot. We joke around in the dressing room, but there is nothing certain, Gabriel told a press conference this week. Of course, he is a quality player, and if he goes to Arsenal, he would help us a lot. Jesus opened up about his future after City sealed the Premier League title at the weekend. He confirmed that he has made the Etihad club aware of what he's looking for and that he will make a decision in the summer. After what happened with Dusan Vlahovic in January, you do feel Arsenal need to wrap up the signing of Jesus as quickly as they can, and in all seriousness, having someone like Gabriel trying to put a word in is a bonus for Arteta and Edu. Players do go to places for success, but they also like being somewhere they can settle, and Arsenal's Brazilian contingent can help Jesus do just that. Arsenal need that striker this summer. Gabriel Jesus is ideal, and if our current defender can help get a deal over the line, then that's even better. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.